This is the SunJoe Scarifier and Dethatcher. It has a lot of cool features. You can adjust depth of the dethatcher or scarifier right here. Push this in, move it up or down. You'll see which way it's going as you're doing it. And right now we have the scarifier or aerator attachment. It's not like a standard aerator that pokes holes and creates those little nuggets. This just cuts into the grass. But it has the same function. It creates holes, or in this case cuts in the ground, where nutrients and water can get in. And it also acts to get some dead grass up as well. And it has a bag. This is my biggest dislike of the SunJoe, is the bag, because it's so small. I've never actually used it because this is tiny. When you see in a moment how much dead grass this thing pulls up, this bag is nothing. So I don't even use the bag. I just had the dead grass go onto the lawn, and then I put it into a larger clear bag to take it away. When you're putting it together, you'll be using these knobs to put the pieces together. It comes in a small box. And this unit comes as one piece. And you have these arms that you attach using these knobs. The attachment down here comes out really easily. I'll show you that as well. This is the power rake attachment that comes with it. And we'll put that on in a little bit, and I'll show you how that works. First, let's plug it in. Let's see how the scarifier works, and then we'll use the power rake. We just plug it in right here with a regular old extension cord. And there's a little attachment right here to help you keep the extension cord from being ripped out as you're working. So if you loop through there, and then I run it into this little clip at the top, like so. So if you run out of cord and your SunJoe starts tugging at it, it won't pull the plug out, so you can keep on running. And because I don't use the bag, I use this little stick. And I put this stick right in here. I open this, I lay it on top of the wheels so it doesn't close all the way. And that way all the dead grass just falls out of the back. Also, some rocks come flying out of the back too, so if you have sensitive shins, you want to wear shin pads or big work boots or high socks or something to protect your shins from small rocks that might come flying out. To turn it on, you simply push this button and then pull this lever back. It is fairly loud, so if you have sensitive ears, you might want to wear ear protection. And I'm going to run over this dead piece of grass right here so we can see how it works. You can see with one pass on not a very low setting, some of the dead grass came up. If you find it's not going deep enough, you can set it to go deeper with this piece right here. So right now it's on the highest setting, in fact, which is plus 10. If we can put it down to minus 10, let's see how deep it goes now. As you can see, it dug up way more. And the role of the scarifier is not to dig up the dead grass necessarily, it's to cut into the grass to allow water and nutrients to get in to have your grass grow stronger. That said, if you run over dead grass like I just did, you are going to end up getting a lot of dead grass out. You can then rake it up and put it into a bag. So that is the scarifier attachment. Let's put the power rake on and see how that works. First, I'm going to take off the power. Don't want this thing powered when we're replacing the piece. Let's turn it over. Make sure you guys can see the spot we're working. So these are two bolts right here that we have to undo. I just have a basic socket wrench, and the 11mm socket, or sorry, 10mm socket fits perfectly. See if you can, this probably can't, but 10mm and 7/16 fits pretty good, but the 10mm is perfect. So if you have a 10mm, use that. If you have a 7/16 as a secondary option, use that. They're pretty long bolts, and they have a lock washer as well. So you want to not lose that. Make sure you keep that lock washer safe. Now that those are out, we can just pop this back and then pull it out. And we get our power rake attachment. And this piece goes into a notch over here on this side. And then this piece, I have to twist it so it goes in flat like that. We put our bolts back in. There we go, the bolts are in. Let's see how this one works. And it is on the lowest setting again. So it's at the top here at the -10. So it's gonna dig up a lot of grass. I just took the existing grass, we pulled it out of the way so you can see better how much we pull out with the power rake. As you can see, it pulls out a lot, and it even digs up the ground a little bit. When you have a lot of dead grass, like we had in that patch right there, that's normal. If you have a lot of live grass, you don't want to pull out that much dirt for sure. So you want to go onto a lower setting, or a higher setting, I mean, so it's +5 or +10, where it just scratches the surface of the ground. Whereas at -10, it really digs in, make sure all the dead grass is out, then we can replant this area. The instruction manual tells you exactly what depth to do, what time of year to do it, and all kinds of information like that. So the instruction manual is really helpful in that regard. We've had this SunJoe for 2 years, and I used to pay $60 a year to get my lawn aerated, but now at the SunJoe, I do it myself, and it's super simple. And we saved the 60 bucks, and the cost, or the SunJoe paid for itself in 2 seasons if we just go by the aeration cost. So it's been a great deal. It's been really good for our yard. The yard right now doesn't look very good. That's not the SunJoe's fault. It's the fault of water restrictions and forest fires and stuff like that, making it so we can't water our lawn this year. But the SunJoe itself does great for the lawn. Water restrictions don't do so great for the lawn. So I just finished power raking the entire lawn. It's not a very big lawn, as you can see, but there's a pretty big pile of grass. And there's some green grass as well as the dead grass. So when you power rake, it's not going to get only the dead grass, but it gets mostly dead grass. This is probably 2 bags worth of material. We already have half a bag full. So that power rake can definitely get a lot of dead grass out of your lawn. And even if your lawn isn't dead, you can still power rake it. Like down here, this part of the lawn is pretty solid, and we can see with the soil poking through now, because we got rid of all the dead thatch on the bottom. Now the existing grass and new grass can come through way stronger because water and nutrients can get to the roots so they can grow.